Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Guns. Today what we're going to be doing is talking about some ammunition. As you've seen by the title, Bullets for Beginners. And let me just start out by saying I do not claim to be an expert in ammunition, but I've shot a couple of rounds and I know a little bit. And I just wanted to bring this out, show some of the people that are now just getting started into firearms. You know, what are some of the popular ones that are available, stuff that's been around for a long time. You know, it's been proven and used here, there, and everywhere. And run through it and give you a good general idea of each caliber and show it to you. And also, I'm going to put a link down in the description, a bunch of links actually, where you can go see each one of these rounds shot in some different types of firearms, and that will give you a better knowledge of, you know, how they shoot, recoil, and such as that. But let's come on in here. We'll zoom y'all in here real close, and we'll start down here on the left and run through, and we'll just go through some of these common handgun ammunition types. Alright, first off we're going to start with the 22 long rifle. I brought two examples out here. Here's some CCI. This is just standard 22. And this is regular lead nose. This is good for range shooting, certain little varmints and things like that. The 22 long rifle does not have a big recoil, as you'll see in the videos. It's not that loud. It's great for beginner shooters or what we call plinkers. If you want to go to the range and just put a lot of ammo down range with a lot of practice, having some fun, 22 long rifle is the way to go. There are several different styles of 22 long rifle, but I just brought out two for this video. Like I say, you got this basic. This is a 40 grain lead round nose, just low cost basic. Then I have some of these Winchester here. This is a 36 grain. And oh, by the way, grain. People say, was that how many grains of powder are in it, or what is that? No, that is the weight of the actual bullet itself. Powder charge is a whole different ball game that you just have to do a lot of studying on. But when you pick up a box, that bullet weighs 40 grains. This bullet weighs 36 grains. Just want to clarify on that one, because like I say, this is a sort of like a beginner style video. But these right here, here's some Winchester, and these are for like small game environments and things like that. Now these are what they call hollow points. And what a hollow point does is when that bullet strikes a surface that's relatively hard, it will expand out and get bigger. Now, don't believe all the hype you hear on TV and stuff. 22 is not going to leave a hole in somebody that big around. This bullet right here will expand out. Let's say that that's the bullet right there. It might expand out maybe a third more or something like that at the utmost. Had to be a perfect circumstance of hit. They do not expand and leave a big hole as some would lead you to believe. But starting out in the shooting world, I always tell everybody get you a 22. They're hard to beat. The ammo is not super expensive, easy to get for the most part, low recoil and fun to shoot. Alright, let's move on up. And as far as using the 22 for a personal defense, it will get the job done. So if that's what you like, you carry it, you use it. Hopefully you never have to use it for personal defense purpose. But if that's what you have, it will do it. Now, move on up the line here. 38 Special. This round's been around for a long, long time. Actually, the majority of your police force used to carry a 38 Special revolver. That was a big thing back in the day, and it's still a big thing. I mean, my old lady, I got her a 38 Special revolver. They're great guns. This has enough knockdown power to take out a bigger piece of game or for self-defense, whatever your needs. I mean, a 38 Special will get it done. A lot more recoil, of course, than a 22, but the recoil is not terrible. It's most people can handle the recoil of a 38 Special, and they make so many different revolvers for this firearm that you can find something that suits you and is comfortable in your hand. But like I say, a proven round that's been around forever. If you decide to go with 38 Special, you cannot go wrong. Now, I throw this other round in here because it sort of goes with the 38 Special. A lot of the 357 Magnums, you buy a 357 Magnum revolver, you can shoot 38 Special in it. And if your money allows it, I always suggest to do that because you have 2 rounds there that you can shoot. Now, this is a 357 Magnum. Not a whole lot of difference looking at it. That's a round nose, that's a flat nose, but they make these in a lot of different styles. The 38 and the 357 Magnum. You get hollow points, you can get plus P's, hydroshocks, all kinds of cool bullets in both of these calibers. Now the 357 Magnum though is a lot more powerful and has a lot more recoil than the 38 Special. So if you are recoil sensitive, don't even think about going into the 357 Magnum. Stick with the 38 Special. It is a very good round and it will get things done. Now, that was sort of a revolver thing only there for the most part for your general person, the firearms that you're going to have. Now we're going to move up to a very common round, the 380. And I have got the boxes mixed up here a little bit. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm just slowing ahead, apparently. 380. Here's a 380. And yes, a 380 is, I'm going to grab a 9mm just to show y'all. Basically just a short 9mm. But 380 is a very popular round. And there again, you can get it in this basic, that's what they call ball ammo or full metal jacket, whichever you prefer to call it. It's just a solid bullet. This right here is great for the range, practicing and plinking. And then I brought out a 380 in this Hornady Critical Defense. Now, these are your what you would call your carry rounds for self-defense. These are hollow points. These are the ones that hit and spread out. And some of y'all are probably asking at this point, well, what's the difference? If I'm carrying for self-defense, you know, why is there a difference between the two? And I'm going to tell you this. Your solid bullet, your full metal jacket, ball ammo, however you call it, these have a tendency to keep going. Let's say you run out there and there's a, a possum. Or you shoot that possum. This bullet has a chance of going all the way through the possum and hitting something in the background, another animal, person, whatever, that you did not intend to hit. Because these do not expand, they do not stop really, they just go until they run out of energy. Whereas a hollow point will hit something and expand, therefore greatly slowing itself down, and you have less chance of it passing all the way through something and injuring something behind it that you did not intend to be injured. So that is very important, guys. And I know I've stretched off a little bit on that, but I'm trying to get as much information to you as I can. But now the 380 is a great little round. There's plenty of little semi-autos out there to shoot the 380. You can even get it in a Derringer. There's a lot of different scenarios to be able to shoot this round. It's a good little round, great for self-defense, and will get the job done. But it has less recoil than your 9mm. And even though they're a little bit more expensive on the ammo, if you're recoil sensitive or want a different style firearm than what you can get in a 9, the 380 is a good choice. And actually it has less recoil than your 38 Special. As you can tell by the size of the bullets, 38 Special I would assume has more powder in it. But for a good general defense gun and plinking at the range, some with low recoil, I highly suggest a 380. Good gun. And then we're going to move to the all-popular 9mm. You can get any kind of firearm you want pretty much nowadays that's chambered in 9mm. You know, the military uses 9mm, law enforcement uses 9mm. You know, I seen a squirrel running around here the other day packing a 9mm. Everybody uses 9mm. It is probably the most common round out there. And I brought two out to show you. This is just a common full metal jacket ball ammo. It's what I call range ammo. I do a lot of shooting at the range with 9mm. It's relatively low cost. You can have a whole lot of fun with it. It's not a real bad recoil. And it's not breaking your wrist or nothing. It's actually pretty gentle, just a shade more than the 380. Nothing major. And of course, since it is so popular, you can get this 9mm in so many different hollow points and different style ammo that it's not even funny. I probably got 10 boxes back there of just different style of hollow points and defense rounds for 9mm. So, if you decide to go with a 9mm, one thing about it is you do have a lot of choice as far as the ammo you can get, especially your hollow point style ammo, and the firearms you can get to shoot it. Very popular, and a lot of people like the 9mm. I like the 9mm for range shooting. That, and I'm going to be honest here, guys, that's my only reason for a 9mm. I do not carry one for self-defense. Any police officer will tell you anything here that I've showed you so far, up to this 9mm, and even the next one I'm going to show you, will not help you in a self-defense situation if someone's on some drugs, PCP, you know, something like that where they're just really strung out there. You can blow holes all day long and they will not drop. If you don't believe me, ask any police officer who's ever been across this situation and they will tell you. But for the average self-defense, 9mm will work just fine if they're not hopped up on something stupid. And if you're going out and defending your property against critters, 9mm is fantastic. You know, I don't care what it is. I mean, coyote, bobcats, you know, them dang armadillos that we got up here now, I popped them all pretty much with a 9mm, not a bobcat. I won't shoot a bobcat. And would prefer not to shoot a coyote. I'd like to run them away. But, you know, sometimes you have to do this to protect your property or protect someone on your property. And these will take care of them types of critters without any problem. Now, next up, probably not so popular and common. I know the government tried it for a while and it just didn't go very well, is the 40 cal. And all I have here is a defense round. Yeah, that's a wicked looking defense round, ain't it? That is a Browning. Good looking bullet. Love the black chrome on that. That's just cool looking. But 40 cal is basically your next step up in size from a 9mm. It does not have any more power as far as hitting power, speed, or something like that. It's just a little bit bigger bullet. From my understanding, and I may be wrong, like I say, I'm not claiming to be an ammo expert. The 40 was designed to go between, to fill that gap between the 9mm and the 45 ACP. I've shot 40 a lot on the channel. Like I say, there'll be a description down below to a link. And I like the 40 cal. It's fun to shoot. The recoil's not really bad. It's, in my opinion, really no worse than a good hot 9mm. You know, but it is a little bit bigger of a projectile. And I think that's why some people choose it. Just for the size, literally. But also remember, guys, when you upsize in your ammo, like you got 380 and the 9mm, of course they're the same size, you get a full-size semi-automatic pistol holding 18 rounds. Then you go to your 40, and you're going to find that your full-size pistols are holding less rounds because the bullet's bigger. And the gun frame, for the most part, you know, would be the same size. Therefore, you won't be able to hold as many rounds. However important that is to you, whether it is or it isn't. But that's just something to keep in mind when you go up in caliber size. But I mean, bang for the buck, 40 is a good little caliber, and I really got nothing against it. It's just not as popular as a 9mm is. And next, I have 45 ACP. Now guys, this is my shell. This is what I carry on a daily basis. Here's a 45 in basic ball ammo. I'll compare that to a 9mm for you so you can see the difference. Lot bigger bullet. And here's a 45 with some Hornady critical defense. It's got that polymer tip in that. Now this will open up and spread out pretty decent. Still not like you see on the news. It ain't going to put a, you know, a 6-foot hole in the back of something. It will spread out maybe a third more at the utmost, just like any other, and that's as big as it'll get. But I like the 45 ACP. There again, you may not have the mag capacity as you will in some of the 9mm platforms. But the 45 ACP, from what I understand, was designed for military use back in the day. And it was the 1911 was the gun of the times. I have them. They are fantastic. This is a slower moving, bigger bullet. Therefore, it will knock somebody down. You take those dope heads and such as that, they're on whatever and hiring a kite and just really can't feel the pain when you're ripping through with 9mm. The 45 will take care of it. And same way with dispatching a critter or something like that, the 45 being bigger and slower, it more or less, it penetrates well, but it's slower round, so when it hits, it moves the object. You'll notice on the videos in these, of course, all this stuff I'll be, you know, I'm not shooting nothing besides targets. You'll see the target swing a lot more with the 45, and you can hear how different it hits versus the other rounds because it's slower and heavier. But I love the 45. Like I say, that's my everyday carry, and that's what I prefer. But, you know, here is a whole run of basic handgun ammo for everybody to consider. And like I say, I just wanted to get it out here and give some of you beginners a general idea of, you know, what you got to choose from. And like I say, links below on all of this stuff so you can go and look at what caliber you're considering. And just for fun, one of my most favorite rounds to shoot that there is, and my favorite plinking toy, the Desert Eagle 50 AE. Yes, now this is serious hardware. This is not everyday carry stuff. As you can see, compare it to the 45. Yeah. Big difference, big difference. But just had to bring this out. If y'all ever get a chance to shoot a 50 AE, you know, do it. If you are not recoil sensitive. If you're recoil sensitive, stay away from this round. But it is a fun shooter. Just a little bonus there. And guys, to reiterate on the 45 ACP, it does have considerably more recoil, depending on the firearm too, than your 9mm. So if you are recoil sensitive, I would definitely stay away from the 45 and probably the 40. Stay in these, lower, smaller rounds, because if you shoot and it hurts your hand or your wrist or something, then it's no fun. And if it's no fun, then why are you even out there at the range shooting? So pick something that suits you, your capabilities, and your style, and what you want. Well, everyone, there's your quick rundown of these pistol calibers. And like I say, hopefully I covered the basics well enough for everybody. And I say links below where you can actually see all these rounds being fired in handguns at the range and targets, so it'll give you a better idea. Just wanted to throw a little information out there for beginners, because knowledge is golden, man. The more you know, better decisions you can make. And when it comes to purchasing a firearm, you really want to make the right decision and find something that suits you and that works well for you. So now you know the basic calibers, and there's more calibers than this out there. I'm just showing y'all the most common popular calibers that are out. You can look at other stuff if you like. Well guys, I do appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the little quick video. If you would, throw down some comments. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon and or the super things. And please, like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.